Live from Arkansas' streaming news leader, this is THV 11 Morning News at 7 on THV 11 Plus.
Good Wednesday morning. Thanks for joining us here on THV 11 Plus. I'm Hayden Balgavy.
And I'm Karen Fuller.
I'm meteorologist Tracy Bean.
And I'm Ashley King. Good morning. Hope you're having a good start to the day. We've made it halfway through the week. So
halfway through. Here we go.
Yeah, a hot week. And it's just getting hotter, as Tracy's been
not
talking
as
about.
hot
No, it's getting
as
hotter.
it has been.
No,
it's
about to get
Cranked
even
up.
hotter.
It's that time of year.
Well, I did have a bone to pick with the weather yesterday because, as you know, our shift, what we do, we try to take naps when we can. Got little dude down for a nap. I decided to lay down for a nap.
Thunder.
As soon as I put my head on the pillow, cue the Garth Brooks. The thunder rolls.
Yeah.
And luckily, though, very, very lucky, storm moved a little east of us.
Yep.
Did not impact us too much.
Right.
We were good to go.
Yeah. But he
Now-
woke up?
It was
No, he
short-lived.
didn't wake up. We got
He
lucky.
didn't wake
no,
up.
we did not
Okay,
wake
good,
up. I
good,
was
good.
paranoid that we were. Turned out okay. All good there. Now we just got to deal with the heat.
Yeah, I too was taking a nap, and I'm keeping my son's dog Solo this summer while he's got his internship, and the dog was literally on top of me during my nap.
Yeah.
So we had
Thunderbug.
to love a little bit during the storm.
Thunder buddy.
Most of the time, you know, we like to sleep with the thunder. I mean, it kind of helps
It's soothing,
sometimes with naps.
unless
but,
you think it's severe weather, which is
right.
fortunate.
Yeah,
Unless
I
you're a
still
dog or a
wasn't.
baby. But I like it. It's great sleeping weather, great for napping. Not so great for driving, though.
Right.
Luckily, we don't have to deal with that this morning. We are looking right now at some slow traffic that is coming through. This is I-30 around the Alexander exit. As you can see, it is creeping along just a little bit, but about this time of day every morning at 7:02 right now, we start to see traffic build up right there, but it looks a little bit heavier than normal for this time of day. Looking at the map, we're not seeing any accidents. We're just seeing the slowdowns that we just mentioned right there around the Little Rock outlet malls and the Bass Pro Shop on I-30. We're also seeing it start to slow down, and we see the yellow on the map there at the North Terminal Interchange. That is where I-40 and I-30 meet as people are starting to come into downtown Little Rock and cross over the Arkansas River Bridge. So not really looking too bad right now. Checking those drive times. Conway, if you're coming in from there into downtown Little Rock, it will take you 22 minutes. Cabot, 20 minutes. And Benton, Alcoa exit, if you're coming from there, it's going to take you 21 minutes to get into downtown Little Rock. So not bad. Give yourself some extra time, though, because some of these areas are areas where they have construction, like around Cabot and Jacksonville. So lane shifts, and you're just supposed to go slow through those areas. So slow down a little bit and be careful. And Tracy, are we going to have to deal with any sunshine in our eyes as we're driving in this morning?
Yeah, you are. You're going to definitely need to make sure you've got those sunglasses and that air conditioner pumping, because we have had those heat advisories return. It's going to feel around 105 to 108 for the rest of the week, and only isolated relief as far as a few showers that will pass through. Consider yourself lucky if you do receive any of that rain. And we do have that heat advisory for today. That's going to be from noon until 8 p.m., encompassing a good portion of Arkansas. And even if you're not in it, it's still going to be very warm out there, and we're going to see those heat indexes start to rise. But if you are in this advisory area, you could see a heat index anywhere above 105 up to 109 across the state. We are watching that tropical system to our south, but right now being dominated by that high pressure ridge, as we're seeing a few clouds kind of roll through, but not a lot of activity going on right now. But we are looking at a lot of humidity, friends. 96% out there. 77 is the actual air temperature. We'll talk about your day hour by hour and what else you can expect for the rest of the week coming up.
All right, Tracy, thank you. We were following a developing story out of Los Angeles where an American Idol executive and her husband were found shot to death in their home.
This morning, police have arrested a 22-year-old man in connection with the killings of the 70-year-old couple. Jared Hill has the latest details.
It's a Hollywood mystery why someone killed American Idol music executive Robin Kay and her husband, Thomas DeLuca. Police found the pair dead inside their home in Encino, California Monday afternoon after a call from a friend who hadn't heard from them in several days. It wasn't the first time police were called to the house. They came last Thursday when a neighbor reported someone creeping around the property.
My renter saw somebody hopping the fence, but that was back on Thursday. She called 911, but we didn't hear anything since then.
They were unable to make entry onto the property due to it being highly fortified. However, they did do a flyover with the airship. There were no signs of forced entry or trouble at that time.
LAPD now say surveillance footage shows the suspect, 22-year-old Raymond Boudarian, went into the house that day through an unlocked door. Kay and DeLuca were shot multiple times. In a statement, an American Idol spokesperson described Kay as a, quote, cornerstone of the Idol family since 2009.
Right now, it is an apparent random attack.
The apparent double homicide leaving neighbors stunned.
It's kind of upsetting, actually. So it happened that day.
Investigators say the victim's home wasn't ransacked, so the motive is still unclear.
Jared Hill reporting. A federal grand jury has indicted Vance Bolter in the killing of former Minnesota House Speaker Melissa Hortman and her husband, and in the shooting of Senator John Hoffman and his wife on June 14th. The indictment includes charges of stalking and murder that carry life in prison or the possibility of the death penalty. Prosecutors say Bolter impersonated a police officer, used a hit list targeting Democratic officials, even wrote a letter to the FBI claiming bizarre military training conspiracies. The decision on whether to pursue the death penalty will ultimately rest with Attorney General Pam Bondi in the months ahead.
Back here at home, some roads in Faulkner County getting a little extra attention this summer. Officials say the timing of it all couldn't be better.
A new maintenance project is now underway, targeting key routes with a two-step process combined to combat bigger problems in the future. THV 11's Tamer Knight takes us inside the project to show us why officials say it is necessary. Tamer, good morning.
Well, good morning, Karen and Hayden. Some Faulkner County drivers may have noticed the trucks, the gravel, and the fresh sill as of yesterday. It's all a part of the county's surface preservation program. For the second year in a row, crews are working to fix worn-down roads before they become costly reconstruction projects. This year, the focus is on 5 major roads: Rocky Point, Barrel, South Shaw Bridge, Linder, and Merritt Road. It's a two-step project that requires sealing cracks with oil and gravel to keep water from seeping in. Then, about 5 days later, a second crew returns with a process called microsurfacing, a fast-drying, overprotective layover. The second phase can lead to some delays, with the microsurfacing taking about 40 minutes to dry.
If we were to have to rebuild this road, the inconvenience to the neighborhood and the through traffic goes through the roof. You're talking weeks, sometimes months.
Faulkner County Judge Alan Dawson says it's a small inconvenience now to avoid a bigger issue later. Now, if you're driving through the area, be mindful of the Arkansas Work Zone laws. Tamer Knight, THV 11 News.
Well, just like preserving roads, preserving history takes investment. Arkansas's Historic Preservation Program approved more than $24,000 to restore the aging Independent Order of Odd Fellows Meeting Hall. These images reveal the severe roof damage inside the historic structure, which was originally built all the way back in 1913. Now it serves as the home of the local Historical Society just across from the county courthouse. The funding will go toward replacing the damaged roof, with the county contributing an additional $12,000. That brings the total budget for the restoration project to just over $36,000.
FEMA is urging anyone with damage from April storms to apply for disaster relief before the deadline, which is next Tuesday, July 22nd. You can find full details and a link to the application anytime on our website, thv11.com. For residents in Hot Spring County needing help in person, FEMA teams are on hand to assist survivors. You can visit their office. It's behind the courthouse at 220 Olive Street in Malvern, open Monday through Friday from 8 to 5, Saturday from 9 to 1.
Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders and the Arkansas Department of Agriculture are rolling out more than $1.4 million through the Fair Funding Program. The program will be used to boost 80 county fairs and livestock shows across the state. The money will help cover things like operating costs, facility upgrades, and livestock expenses, from big events like the Arkansas State Fair to smaller local shows. You can see the full list of fairs and livestock shows getting funded right now on thv11.com. In a statement sent to our newsroom, Secretary of Agriculture Wes Ward expressed confidence in the collaborative work and says it will garner interest in an industry that is, quote, critical to the daily lives of every Arkansan.
A national economic report shows Arkansas's farm economy remains a bright spot, even as the Midwest struggles. While row crop states saw steep GDP and farm bankruptcy spikes in the first quarter, Arkansas saw agricultural growth and a modest statewide GDP gain of 0.8%. Despite the growth, though, the state did record 15 farm bankruptcies in just the first 3 months. That's nearly matching the total for all of 2024. Time now to head back over to Ashley King and a check of the commute this morning. Ashley?
Yeah, good morning, guys. It's looking pretty good this morning. You know, we have several areas around central Arkansas where there is some construction going on. This is an example right here. I-57 in Jacksonville. We've been talking about this, and they're going to be doing this construction for quite some time in this area. We're looking at the Vandenberg exit right now. As you can see the orange barrels. They are widening the road here, so it will be 6 lanes, which will be really nice once it's finished, but it's going to be kind of a headache while they're doing the construction. We'll see some lane changes. Just slow down as you're going through these areas. Oftentimes this is where we're seeing most of the accidents, where these construction areas are, and it's dangerous for you. It's also dangerous for the workers in those areas. So just slow down. I know we're all in a rush to get where we need to go in the mornings, but we want to get there safely. Looking across the metro right now, moving along pretty nicely. You know, we've got our usual slowdowns right there around the Little Rock outlet malls and the Bass Pro Shop on I-30 coming into Little Rock, but really it looks pretty good. So hopefully no issues. It'll be a nice quiet morning. Give yourself plenty of time to get wherever you need to go. Looking at our drive times, Jacksonville, if you're coming from there, the Hardin Drive exit, it's a 19-minute drive. So that construction not really causing any slowdowns this morning. Chenal, the Rawling Road area right there where the promenade is, it's going to be a 16-minute drive into downtown Little Rock. If you're coming from Lone Oak, just 26 minutes, and it's looking pretty good. We'll get another check on traffic here in just a few minutes. Right now, Tracy, how's it looking with the weather?
Well, weather's just looking hot more than anything. We have to be weather aware today. We do have a heat advisory that's going to be in play today from noon until 8 p.m. and I would imagine that's going to be extended for a good long while. We'll take a look at that here in just a minute, but your hour-by-hour planner for today, plenty of sunshine, not really any chances for any rain showers here in central Arkansas. We could see a little bit further north, but looking for that high today around 97, but it could be right around 107 by this afternoon. So again, make sure you're staying hydrated and just keeping an eye on each other. Looking at your day tomorrow, it's going to be even warmer, maybe even a few areas that are going to hit 100, but we're expecting 99 here in central Arkansas, feeling like 108. So again, make sure you are staying hydrated, keeping an eye on each other. If you are working outside or running errands, maybe doing yard work, do that early or late if you can, and make sure you're drinking all the water that you can. We're going to continue to see this heat continue into the weekend and then next week as well, where we could see our first 100-degree day.